Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Aries, December 20th, 2022. You're driven to pursue your material needs and wants these days, but today, there can be a tendency to want more than the world can offer you in the present. Power games are tempting, particularly if you feel frustrated about a matter of ownership or jealousy, but it's not the solution to problems. You might also be too quick to jump to your defense or someone else's before you know the whole story. There is a bit of paranoid energy with us all today. Think up better ways to deal with irritating situations that will serve your interests not only today but down the road. Fortunately, transits today promote good feelings about being productive and attending to your resources. A comfortable pace suits you well. Feel today's sparkle in your spirit and bones. You have a very special and beautiful rapport with our great luminary, the moon. This is because she is exalted in your zodiac sign and encourages you to pursue sweet pleasure and connection. Today, she will visit another Venusian-ruled zodiac, which will encourage you to find peace within the chaos of life. While you'll likely be busy on the job since she's highlighting your solar 6th house of productivity, you'll likely have the opportunity to have a relaxing and sweet night at home with your family and significant other. Make a delightful meal and tune into your favorite show or series. Keep doing whatever it is that you have been doing. Something must be working since the moon in Scorpio is forming an auspicious trine to Saturn in Aquarius. Following your intuitive cues at work while remaining harmonious and neutral is positively influencing the trajectory of your career path. Even if you feel lost at times, just know that this trine suggests that you are doing the correct things to move forward in your career. Later in the day, the moon will enter its fall, and your opposite sign, implying that your attention will turn to your commitments. After a friendly aspect to Mars in your income sector yesterday, the moon wraps up its last visit to your work sector for the year with a friendly aspect to Saturn in your career sector. This is a monthly event that will temporarily bring things together across the income, work, and career fronts. However, it is just before the moon leaves that the dwarf planet Ceres returns, with a chance to keep this partnership going for the next 3 months. Try to see two sides of every issue today. The cosmic energy may lead you to the mirror, or you may be tempted to be scrutinizing and unforgiving. Be gentle with yourself. Remember that it is what you tell yourself, and not what others say, that most affects how you feel. And you feel good if you accept yourself as you are and do your bit to stay healthy. You may use this energy to recognize and appreciate what works in your life. If your legs work, use them. If there's been a relationship in your life that's been causing you some confusion or grief, today is a very good time to take a good look at the situation. The challenge of this day is to form and maintain healthy relationships. All give or all take does not constitute a sound balance and can bring heartache. Remember to keep a good sense of your worth as an individual, and your right to being treated with respect and caring. Know your personal boundaries and be prepared to enforce them when need be. Both the moon and the dwarf planet Ceres are on the move today, and there is a direct link between the two. 2 days after the moon wrapped up its last visit to a fun, playful, romantic and creatively charged part of your chart for the year, this is keeping you emotionally engaged in the final hours of her deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities. At the same time, it is during the moon's final hours in your work sector that Ceres will return, ensuring you are emotionally and intuitively engaged as this shifts to a deep dive into your needs and priorities on the job front. 2 days after the moon wrapped up its last visit to your romantic sector for the year, the dwarf planet Ceres leaves today, leaving it empty for the first time in 4 months. However, thanks to those romantically charged lunar vibes, the final days of this deep dive into your heart's needs and priorities have been the most telling. Our eyes in the sky. A trine between the moon and Saturn this morning can help us when it comes to matters of the heart. If you're single, the energy helps you appreciate your independence, while those in relationships can find a new level of support in their partnership. This aspect can help you balance a romantic relationship with your autonomy if you're ready to move away from codependent or unhealthy behaviors as a couple. If you're ready to leave an unsatisfactory relationship, use this energy to make a clean break and move on with your life. Your energy level should stay fairly elevated throughout the day, so use this time to take care of business and get things done. Most people you communicate with professionally will be on an emotional edge today, so be careful. Find solid ground and stick to it. Your productivity depends highly on your ability to remain emotionally stable. It will be harder than you think, but don't give up. Your mind will feel sharp this afternoon as the moon aspects Pluto. You should have a clearer understanding of how you need to revolutionize and change your life moving forward, giving you the opportunity to implement change. Pluto lends some support to this mission, offering the passion and drive to take action toward personal evolution. Wild Bob-related accusations will spread around, and many of them will not be so nice. Approach the source of these rumors instead of continuing the negative downward cycle of bad-mouthing others without dealing with the heart of the matter. You have almost always conformed to every standard and wanted to fit in. Now you have set your sights on a wild one and you feel chills running up and down your spine. Due to your differing perspectives on life, this is not a match made in heaven. But if you want to shrug off your conventional side for a while and take a walk on the wild side, then by all means stop waiting and just do it. As we head into evening, the Scorpio moon makes it the perfect time to have discussions and connect with people on an intellectual level. If you find that your mind is exceptionally active, try to do some journaling before bed so you can fall asleep more easily. In the pre-dawn hours, the moon trines Saturn in Aquarius, allowing us to trust our instincts when undertaking negotiations. Want to reach an agreement? Try an untested approach to achieve compromise. If you aren't doing your job with passion, then why do it? Today is one of those days in which you should feel inspired to work harder than usual. If you aren't, then maybe you should consider finding new work. Your happiness depends on it. While the moon is in Scorpio, we can fail to advocate for ourselves, because we believe others have a greater stake in the matter than we do. Yet, as the moon and Saturn trine, we are better able to stick to our guns. A cooperative effort isn't truly cooperative if we're doing all the sacrificing. Use your imagination. The more creative you are, the better. Your ideas may seem rather unorthodox, but this doesn't mean that they hold no merit. Your innovative approach to an old problem is likely to propel you miles ahead of the competition. Mid-afternoon, the moon sextiles the Sagittarius sun, a harmonious influence. At this time, we are especially concerned with taking the right action. We care about justice and fairness, and if a situation does not allow us to act with integrity, we want no part of it. Even if our mettle is tested, doing the moral thing is the only option now. Others' acknowledgement of our ethics and our positive attitude will cause them to gravitate toward our social circle.